So we're here at Thales in Delft, in the Netherlands, and we come from Australia, from the unceded land of the Yagara people. But here we are with the West Papuan First Nations people, and we're here to testify to what happened at Biak in 1998. We know that Biak was a terrible massacre, a terrible thing, and that Thales was at the center of that story, because it was Thales weapons that brought the destruction through the government of Indonesia. So we're here today to remember what happened 25 years ago. We know that Thales is still sending weapons from Australia. Thales is sending weapons to the Indonesians who are using those in West Papua. And we know that weapons are appearing in the highlands. Thales weapons are appearing. So what we have here is a research center where people are making more weapons to kill more people. Here we have our friends to sing.
My brothers and sisters, dear comrades, today we are here, we joined our friends in the Netherlands to commemorate the 25th year of the Biak massacre. I'm holding a picture of my uncle, Ferry Marisa. He was one of the first one who went there to find out what is happening. He was the one who took all the details, and he was the one who tried to tell the story to the world. And today, on this day, the same day, the 6th of July, is the date of death. So, in honor of all the victims of the Biak massacre, in honor of all the people who has been killed because of the Indonesian greed, because of the military aggression, because of the weapons you helped to build, our people are being killed. In honor of our people, we will sing a song for you.
Sunui mayasai ya sun supine dori ya sunui mayasai ya sun supine dori ya
Now, we're going to read from the testimony when in 2013, 15 years after the massacre, people gathered in Sydney to make a story about what had happened because there had been no justice. There was no justice in Biak for 15 years. So people made their own justice. They made their own justice system by making in Biak a tribunal. And so I'm going to read from the document of the tribunal, because as we know, Thales weapons were mentioned at that tribunal because there was Thales weapons that was on the ship. You can see this ship here, this ship here. There were Thales weapons on this ship that fired on the protesters on the 6th of July. And so I'm going to read from this testimony that was written on behalf of the survivors. Okay, Larissa. We have come to testify. There is much that we want the world to know. We want to testify about the injustices of the Biak massacre. We want to testify about the killings and the beatings with rifles. We want to testify about the people who were disappeared, those who were imprisoned, and those who were tortured. There are many forms of torture: burning, rape, beating. These are some of the injustices we want the world to know. They had overwhelming power.
We were up against Hercules aircraft and helicopters and boats. They had overwhelming power. On that day, there were bullets like rain. And after that day, the injustice continued rather than acknowledge the truth. They told lies. They say that bodies washing up on the shoreline were from a tsunami when they knew it was from murder.
The people who did this were promoted, not punished, while the victims were dragged into court. This was like one injustice after another and then another. We were threatened with death if we spoke about it. People wouldn't even look at the tower. It was as if you looked at the tower, then you would be dead.
To really understand, it's important to know that the injustice began well before the Biak massacre. There has been violation after violation since 1963. Entire villages have been destroyed. Papuan people have been turned against other Papuans. The injustice continues to this day. Survivors are separated from others and face discrimination. Short break. For women, it has been worse. They were sometimes shamed by their own families. These are forms of double injustice and women's suffering that no one should ever have to face. These are some of the injustices that we are testifying today. We want the world to know about this.
We also want to testify to the effects of the massacre. Some of our bodies bear the scars of that day. And so do our souls. We will never forget the sound of the killings. Some of us feel the fear. We don't know if we will be safe when we return. Other survivors have been left with physical disabilities and troubles in the mind. The killings can make us doubt that we have the right to live.
There have been effects for children too. Fear came to the children who did not go to school for months. But there is more that we want you to know. We want you to know our testimonies of remembrance. We are survivors and also witness. Since that day, we have always remembered those who were killed. We will remember them until we die.
This song is another song of freedom, and it's called Samparidek. It's a song in the Biak language, and it's called Samparidek, and it's about the morning star. Samparidek. It's when when the star rises, when the sun comes, we will wait for the coming of freedom.
It looks like our friends have joined us, but we can stay until we get asked to move on. I think it's beautiful music. Are you okay? Is everybody okay with that? We just stay until we ask to move on. And then, we're going to tell a couple of other stories about what's going on in Australia at the moment and what's going on with militarism in Papua. So one of the things we're seeing is the Indonesians increasing the militarism in West Papua. They built 2 new provinces, each with their own battalions and a whole new sets of forts and weapons coming in for each of those provinces just recently. And we know that Thales is providing weapons to the Indonesians. We know that Thales is exporting terror from Australia. These bushmasters were made in a factory in Bendigo in Australia, and we know that Thales, even if they're not sending directly from here anymore, maybe they are, maybe they're not, we think they're probably selling from Belgium, and we think they're definitely selling from Australia or providing weapons from Australia. So here's a story over here. This story here, what we know is this young fella and his family were on the internet. They sent us photos, And they sent those photos to many people to show that this Thales rocket here was fired out of Boeing helicopters, Boeing attack helicopters, and landed. You can see it's been used. So it's a rocket, it's got words on it, and these words show that it was made in a tile factory in Herstal in Belgium, not so far from here, near Liège. So Herstal is right on the border of Germany and Belgium, and these rockets are made there, and then they're assembled with different warheads, probably in Indonesia. And we found these rockets have appeared, they were used in 2020, and they were fired from Boeing helicopters. So we know that Thales is a weapons company still providing these weapons in some way or another. And we say that they should recall those bombs. If they no longer sell to Indonesia, they should recall the rockets that they already sold. And we say, jangan bunuh kami lagi. Jangan bunuh kami lagi. Jangan bunuh kami lagi. Get your armies off our bodies. Jangan bunuh kami lagi. Get your armies off our bodies.
Get your armies off our bodies.
Jangan bunuh kami lagi.
Jangan bunuh kami lagi.
Get your armies off our bodies.
Get your armies off our bodies.
Jangan bunuh kami lagi.
Jangan bunuh kami lagi.
Get your armies off our bodies.
Get your armies off our bodies.
And this means, what does it mean?
Don't kill us.
Don't kill us.
Don't kill us.
Stop killing us. Yeah, so this is our chant that we have in Australia from the West Papuans, and with big shout out if you're on the live feed to our West Papuan friends in Biak, and especially to our friends in Australia, to George and Irene, and to our friends in West Papua. I won't say your names because we know who you are, but we love you and we're so happy to see you. So who else? That's the stories of what's happening in Australia, and we are trying to stop Thales in Australia. We're trying to stop Thales from sending weapons to Indonesia. The weapons companies are in, and of course Prabowo is buying them. The war criminal. Yes.
Thank you, Margie. Dear comrades, thank you for being here. Thank you for standing with us together in front of this Thales building. We know that they are selling weapon technology not only to Indonesia, but we are here to protest against the sale or this trade of weapon technology to Indonesia, which has been used for many years to kill our people. It's not only in Biak. People know about the Biak massacre. Thousands of our families have been killed. Some of our mothers and sisters were raped, tortured, and thrown into the sea. So, dear brothers and sisters, dear friends in Australia, in the Netherlands, all over the world, thank you for all your support. Thank you for remembering the bloodshed. Thank you for remembering the plight of our people. Thank you for shining a light to our people, to give them hope, because all these years, our people are being killed. I want to say some words to my people. Satu dua kata untuk Mebini dan semua. Orang sudah bunuh Bapak Philip Karma. Dong sudah bunuh banyak orang. Jangan kamu lupa. Dong bunuh orang. Jangan kamu menyerah. Jangan kamu menyerah. Yang meberu itu yang meberu. Jadi kamu semua satukan barisan. Satukan barisan. Kores kaku. Saya harap kamu doakan semua. Doakan semua. Dan jangan pernah lupa. Jangan pernah lupa. Khususnya buat kelas Biak. Bangsa Papua semua ikuti. Orang Biak bukan berjuang buat orang Biak. Orang Biak berjuang buat Papua Merdeka. Kores.
Kebenaran.
Komunitas korban hak asasi manusia di Papua, di Biak Papua, menyesalkan tidak adanya bersatu untuk kebenaran. Press release 25 tahun tragedi Biak berdarah 6 Juli 2023. Komunitas korban hak asasi manusia di Biak Papua menyesalkan tidak adanya akuntabilitas pemerintah Indonesia di bawah pimpinan Presiden Joko Widodo atas kasus-kasus pelanggaran HAM berat masa lalu di kasus-kasus terbaru yang terus berlangsung tanpa penyelesaian yang adil dan benar. Pada hari ini, Rabu 6 Juli 2023, kami terus membacakan doa, menyalakan lilin, menghambur bunga, dan terus menangis meratapi semua istri, anak-anak, dan saudara-saudari kami yang tiada hentinya dibunuh, diperkosa, dipenjara, dihilangkan, dan dikejar sejak pendudukan Indonesia di atas tanah leluhur kami. Tragedi 6 Juli 1998 telah meninggalkan pilu dan ingatan yang tak akan hilang secara turun-temurun kepada anak cucu kami, di mana suatu tindakan aparat negara Indonesia yang tidak manusiawi kepada 1.000 orang warga sipil yang mempertahankan bendera bintang fajar di bawah menara Tower Biak pada jam 5 subuh 6 Juli 1998 itu. Peristiwa 6 Juli 1998 telah mengakibatkan 8 orang meninggal, 3 orang hilang, 33 orang ditangkap sewenang-wenang, 150 orang mengalami penyiksaan, 30 orang yang misterius dan ratusan orang kabur entah kemana jelas dilakukan oleh negara secara kilat. Tragedi 6 Juli 1998 ini telah melengkapi daftar panjang kasus-kasus pelanggaran HAM, hak asasi manusia yang jelas-jelas dilakukan oleh negara dari waktu ke waktu terhadap rakyat bangsa Papua. 1. Konflik politik wilayah West Papua yang menjadi akar konflik di Papua. 2. Kasus Abepura berdarah, kasus penculikan dan pembunuhan Ondofolo, Tes Ilewai, dan kasus-kasus lainnya dilakukan oleh negara. 3. Kasus Wamena berdarah dan kasus-kasus lainnya dilakukan oleh negara. 4. Kasus Wasior berdarah dan kasus-kasus lainnya dilakukan oleh negara. 5. Kasus Nabire, kasus Paniai, kasus pembunuhan pendeta Yeremias Senambani, kasus pembunuhan kepala suku Uak Hele Giban Arnold Lokbere, kasus pembunuhan anak di bawah umur dan kasus-kasus lainnya dilakukan oleh negara. Senambani, kasus pembunuhan kepala suku Uak Hele Giban Arnold Lokbere, kasus pembunuhan anak di bawah umur dan kasus-kasus lainnya dilakukan oleh negara. 6. Kasus Victor Yaimo dan kasus rasisme. 7. Kasus pembunuhan Musa Mako Tabuni. 8. Kematian misterius aktivis dan pejabat orang asli Papua. 9. Konflik sumber daya alam Papua, eksploitasi dan eksplorasi hak-hak masyarakat adat Papua dilakukan oleh negara dari waktu ke waktu. PT Freeport Mife di Merauke, BP di Bintuni, kelapa sawit, Blok Wabu, dan negara dari waktu ke waktu. PT Freeport, kasus lainnya dilakukan oleh negara. 10. Konflik ekoside, ekologi, dan genosida semakin nyata dilakukan oleh negara Indonesia secara sistematik, terancam dan masif melalui kebajikan pemekaran daerah otonomi, mengakibatkan arus imigrasi ke tanah Papua secara besaran-besaran telah menempatkan masyarakat adat Papua menjadi minoritas di negeri leluhurnya. Ini ditandai dengan konflik lahan yang kesemuanya ini dilakukan oleh pemerintah dan negara Indonesia sebagai aktor pelanggaran utama hak asasi manusia di tanah Papua. 11. Dan kini kasus menguasai 63.890 warga pengungsian di Nunggama, Puncak, Intan Jaya, Maibrat, Pegunungan Bintang, Yahuk Keimo, dan Yapen Waropen akibat represi militer dan polisi Indonesia. Sudah 25 tahun ini kami meratapi dan merenungkan semua peristiwa kejadian-kejadian yang dilakukan oleh negara Indonesia tanpa penyelesaian yang adil. Berangkat dari kesemuanya ini, seakan kami binatang. Apakah kami harus pergi dari negara tempat kami atau bagaimana? Pernyataan 25 tahun tragedi Biak mendorong semua pihak internasional, lokal Papua, kawasan dan nasional Indonesia untuk serius melaksanakan Statuta Roma 1998 dan resolusi PBB tentang responsibility to protect and the proposition to genocide, war crimes, ethnic cleansing and crimes against humanity ke Mahkamah Internasional terhadap pelanggaran kejahatan harkat. 6. Kasus Victor Yaimo dan kasus rasisme. 7. Kasus pembunuhan Musa Mako Tabuni. 8. Kematian misterius aktivis dan pejabat orang asli Papua. 9. Konflik sumber daya alam Papua, eksploitasi dan eksplorasi hak-hak masyarakat adat Papua dilakukan oleh negara dari waktu ke waktu. PT Freeport MIFE di Merauke, BP di Bintuni, kelapa sawit, Blok Wabu, dan negara dari waktu ke waktu. PT Freeport, kasus lainnya dilakukan oleh negara. 10. Konflik ekoside, ekologi, dan genosida semakin nyata dilakukan oleh negara Indonesia secara sistematik, terancam dan masif melalui kebajikan pemekaran daerah otonomi, mengakibatkan arus imigrasi ke tanah Papua secara besaran-besaran telah menempatkan masyarakat adat Papua menjadi minoritas di negeri leluhurnya. Ini ditandai dengan konflik lahan yang kesemuanya ini dilakukan oleh pemerintah dan negara Indonesia sebagai aktor pelanggaran utama hak asasi manusia di tanah Papua. 11. Dan kini kasus menguasai 63.890 warga pengungsian di Nunggama, Puncak, Intan Jaya, Maibrat, Pegunungan Bintang, Yahuk Keimo, dan Yapen Waropen akibat represi militer dan polisi Indonesia. Sudah 25 tahun ini kami meratapi dan merenungkan semua peristiwa kejadian-kejadian yang dilakukan oleh negara Indonesia tanpa penyelesaian yang adil. Berangkat dari kesemuanya ini, seakan kami binatang. Apakah kami harus pergi dari negara tempat kami atau bagaimana? Pernyataan 25 tahun tragedi Biak mendorong semua pihak internasional, lokal Papua, kawasan dan nasional Indonesia untuk serius melaksanakan Statuta Roma 1998 dan resolusi PBB tentang responsibility to protect and the proposition to genocide, war crimes, ethnic cleansing and crimes against humanity ke Mahkamah Internasional terhadap pelanggaran kejahatan harkat. Mendorong masyarakat sipil Papua digerakkan solidaritas internasional untuk terus peduli dan membantu warga pengungsi perempuan dan anak laki-laki akibat konflik bersenjata politik di tanah Papua serta mendorong perlindungan yang berabad. Biak 6 Juli. Tineke Rumkabu, Koordinator.
That for the English speakers, that's a statement from Biak today, from Tinaka Rumbaku, about what is happening in, about the Biak. It's an overview of the West Papuan situation. My friend, he's going to speak in Biak to the Biak people.
Jauh-jauh suba na bormo fias leo. Kumain ka pa na wiyasya mansel Jesus Kristus. Apuin ka pa na wiyasya mansel na. Yaos veos wiak. Faro kawasa. Su Papua kawasa Papua. Over Kovesiper. Vero amore ma vero para wambarek. Snon dia ariswade. Kaskade manaran maker itgorat. Snon apus vena supanya niri. Rasine Invesrar ansi surakero Australia masuro ini susuro wingo yonero epe ngoro oranda ini. Ana yaos veo Australia randa ke asosiasia Prime Minister Bob Hawke ma menteri luar negeri berheden. Isofro baboine Prime Minister Albani, as for Australia, New Zealand, Prime Minister Papua New Guinea, Randa Papoea Legufagi, Menteri Luar Negeri, Indian sekarang Prime Minister Marape, MSG, Melanesia, Polynesia, Micronesia, Pacific Pacific. Yos subkabani ma sorongobani ma Pacific, Papua baru ambarek, Papua baru amurem, or squad. We baru ambarek, ringors baime. Moi. Na Indonesia federa kuat. Indonesia mengaku Papua, MSK, Papua, Baruamure, Baruambarek, Melanesia siko. The Pacific Melanesia, Micronesia, Polynesia. Benua itu Australia. Ya ini yang ingin sini. Investoran sini sudah masuk besar sudah Australia, kau kaim lo Pacific. Indonesia ifule bakwar mboi siya kwa. Indonesia pesa sama siya ko payamiu. Indonesia niya be manango ba. Kung menan Indonesia ko politik hukum. Kung menan Indonesia. India kawasa bero parwa muram. Mbopo fai. Kobraiser bokara muram mumanawa. Mboi kobraiser. Tahu pedar sekolah sini kuat, okor semanggungo. India yang ingin berwarna murem, naik kevan siwa, iro berwarna murem, Prime Minister Marpe, Prime Minister Solomon, Prime Minister Fiji, Prime Minister Vanuatu, Australia, New Zealand, ya, Micronesia, Polynesia. Komisar sama itu Indonesia PBB Surisuk Papua Paruambarkan di Fakakor Sumangunggo. Ini apa? Jauh mufabe mukai mu Pasifik mensenif nauko Papua Merdeka. Hello Thales.
Good afternoon. We have a message for you. We are coming here with a little group, but we are speaking for thousand people. We are speaking for many. I just only not want to say much, but I want to say a little bit. that from all indigenous people, we will stop your bloody company, blood money. That is what number one. From all indigenous people, we will stop all the companies that making profit, money, with selling weapons to killing our people. Stop killing indigenous people with your weapons. Hello? Thank you. I am not long standing here, but I want to say, you work, you will bring your money, you get your salary with blood money. Look this building here, this little building, everybody that's working inside, bringing blood money to his children. You will buy your rent, your house, your car, your flowers for your girlfriend with blood money. Yeah, that is one thing you must know. Everybody that's working inside get blood money with the people, killing my people in Papua, in Aboriginal, in South America, in Africa. So, I hope you hear me. I was afraid that nobody hear me here, between all these buildings. This building and the people inside the building, they must know we are the voice for the voiceless. There's a second message. We will stop all the blood money company. Your industry is killing my people. Hello, inside the building, you can close the window, but you can hear my voice. I'm not dead yet. Jangan bunuh kami lagi. I will stop your blood money company. Oh, you hear me? Jangan bunuh kami lagi. Stop this bloody company. Thales. This company is killing my people. This killing my people. They got money, money, money. Every people that work inside, they must know. Karma, you will get karma. You know what is karma? I am so happy I can speak English, so I can speak for my people. Then everybody gonna know that everybody that work inside will get karma because of blood money. Thank you.
Okay. This last song we will sing to you. This is the song that my father wrote. This is his last song. He wrote this song behind the Indonesian bars. And this song is called Misteri Hidup, Mysterious Life. He wasn't sure that he was going to make it. So he wrote this song as a farewell to his family, but also to his people. And he wants his people to know that everything he has done, everything he did was for his people. Everything he has done and what he did was for nothing less than for freedom. This is a song he wrote just a few months before the Indonesian military killed him. Misteri Hidup.
Papua Merdeka.
Papua Merdeka. Tetap Merdeka.
Zullen we